Alright guys, I'm going to shoot a quick video of the new wad splitter jig design that I told y'all was coming. You can already see I'm going to cut all 4 slits at one time. That's a big upgrade, but that's not the only thing. This should be a whole lot more durable the way it's designed. What this allows for that the last model didn't was, you know, as you cut, you can tell that the fingers of the jig itself want to spread out. The farther you go down, the more it spreads out. I think that was leading to some of the issues that you guys were having with some of them breaking right here at the post. This was wanting to flex. The guide was tight against it and wasn't wanting it to, and I think eventually it fatigued right there and it just broke. Well, the good news is this one will not do that. I have kind of tapered the inside down here at the bottom to where the wad still fits in tightly. However, it has more room to spread out, and it doesn't cause these fingers to spread out like before. It's real simple. The only thing I'll say on this one is I would recommend getting like a Sharpie pen or marker or whatever, and you're going to use that to insert the wad into the jig. That way you keep your fingers out of it. Of course, this one's larger. It's not like you're going to break it by sticking your fingers in it. But anyway, once you get the wad in there, it fits it in tight. You can turn the jig upside down. The wad should not fall out. Okay, I'm just going to make sure it never even wiggled. All right, so you got the wad in there. Get your blade guide. Took me a minute. And you're going to start it in the grooves. Now, the newer version of this model, I should say, it's the same model. I've put a larger fillet on these corners or radius, and it lets you start these blades a whole lot easier than what my model does. It helps it line up quicker and get in. Anyway, when you get that done, personally, I made these wings larger to where I could put my index fingers on top. I got my thumbs on the bottom, and from that point forward, all I'll do is just squeeze it down. It hits the stops on all four posts. Real simple. There's no flexing of the fingers, so it makes it way less of a pain to pull this off. You're going to pull it right off like so. You're going to notice that the wad comes out with it, which is great. Don't pull it off from this way. At least for me, I don't like doing that. I take my 2 thumbs and just pop it right off like so. These cuts to me are straighter than before. I think they still go down to the same little mark on the wad, which is 1/8 above the shot cup, like what we want. It does a really good job. I like the way it does a whole lot better than the previous 2 versions. I think this is just a much better deal. Should not break. Of course, I'm not going to say it's not going to, but it shouldn't, because these fingers are not bending outward like the other version was. It should be a whole lot more durable. Probably going to be the last one you need to get from me. I'm not trying to make stuff that breaks. I'm trying to improve things all the time, and I've listened to you guys. A lot of people were asking me, man, it'd be nice to cut 4 slits. I agree. Also, you know, it'd be nice to be more durable. You know, no breaking or anything like that. And without anything flexing, you would almost have to set something on it, crush it, drop it. And I still think dropping it normally is not going to break it. It's going to take something to break one of these. I think it's a whole lot better of a design. Now, the blade guide looks a little different than the last one. Like I said, I lengthened the 2 wings out here on the ends. I've also made like these little bumps on these 2 sides, and all that's for, guys, you're going to notice when you get this, you got 2 holes for every side where a blade goes in. Okay, those holes I designed so you can put some glue down in there and it'll hold your blade better. I personally use Gorilla Glue. I would suggest taking a toothpick, putting a little Gorilla Glue on the end of that toothpick, dabbing in each of the holes, and then put your blades in. When you get your blades, I'm going to send the blades with these, because they have to be cut to fit into here. This first blade The one I would put in first would be the one that's the slit starts at the cutting edge of the blade and goes toward the top of the blade. Okay, it goes in first, and then your next blade will go in right over the top of it because it's cut from the top of the blade going down toward the cutting edge. Okay, I'm not going to send these glued to you. I'm going to let you guys glue them in. It's already a pretty big pain to cut these blades. I don't have anything fancy to cut them with. I'm kind of doing it a crude way with the ways that I have. But anyway, it works. This is for the VP90 right here, 2090. For you newer guys that didn't know them, called by VP90. Also, I have a CSD version. It'll be ready to go too. You know, when I made these in mind with the guy who's doing these just for himself. If you're doing a volume of loading, if you're loading for a lot of your buddies or whatever, you know, just know that over time, these things, they may wear out and consider it to be expendable. As for me personally, I pretty much load for just myself. I'm splitting wads for just me. And I haven't even broken one of the original ones that was just the cylinder, that didn't have the stops on it and all that good stuff. I mean, the original one that I did, I haven't even broken one of those. I'm not saying that they don't break, but, you know, like I said, if you're loading a big volume, you got to consider these to be expendable, okay? I do have, like I said, I have the VP90 and the CSD 20 gauge. I've got some ideas in mind for the 12 gauge ones for cutting all four. It's going to take a little redesigning though, due to the surface area of the blades to be able to glue to the blade guide. So it's going to take me a while to come up with those, but I have something in mind for that. I'm still not, guys, I told y'all they'd be ready mid-July toward the end of July, and they are. However, COVID's gone crazy around my hometown and county lately, and I'm going to let things die down a little bit before I start going to the post office and getting in crowds of people, because our post office, where you go in to ship packages, it's like a sardine can. Everybody's on top of each other, and you know, I'm trying to avoid that stuff right now. So when these are available, I promise you, I'll let you know. Keep an eye out on the forum for a post. When this thing settles down, I promise you, I'll start getting them out. I've got probably 25 of the 90s ready to go right now, maybe 20. I'll be working on getting some CSDs ready to go. I know the VP90s are way more popular anyway. I haven't decided on a price yet because I don't know what my shipping cost is going to be. It's been a while since I've shipped any of these. For those of you who have been asking about them and haven't been able to get one for a while, man, look, I apologize. I've had a project that I've been working on at my job for the past year and a half, and I finally got that behind me in early June, and I just took some time off to kind of decompress a little bit, and I haven't, I hadn't really been making these, so you guys that haven't been able to get any, I apologize for that, but we're going to get you fixed up pretty soon. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. Like I said, as soon as these become available, I'll be sure to make a post. Please don't send me messages wanting to get to put on a list, because, guys, I'm not going to make a list. That's just too much of a hassle. When you want one, message me, and I'll start getting you taken care of as soon as possible when I post that they're available. But I wanted to show you what the new design was going to be. I know I made a post a while back kind of telling you that some new things were coming, and I was excited about it, and I am. I think this is, for the guy that's doing it at home and is not wanting to spend a pile of money on some of these expensive slitting tools, I think this is about as good as you can get, in my opinion. It works great. I wasn't really pleased with the old design, as far as some of my cuts would be a little bit wavy, and yeah, I know it probably didn't make a huge difference, but I'm OCD about things like this, and I am really pleased with what I'm seeing of how this one's doing, and it's a whole lot quicker, being able to cut 2 slits at one time, and like I said, I think the durability is going to be there too. Like I said, let me know what you think about the new design. If you like it, we're going to get you fixed up here pretty soon. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.